我都未查出過人。
我哋聽阿夫啊，
拉拉隊隊長啊你，啊？我話呢個隊長點解咁有型啊？係，你叫個隊長過嚟開。
阿姐開，要開咯喎，我都唔知邊。
你唔好亂咁俾我撳。
你攞嚟啦。
Things I like about her include her lightheartedness, emotional maturity, gentle approach, and what she brings out of me. I love the fact that she acts like a child. She has this great desire to collect toys despite her age. Initially, I judged this behavior as immature innocence, but I've come to realize how wrong I was, since I've now realized that it was never maturity, but a rare kind of wisdom. It's alluded me to a bit of symbolism in my interpretation, for it's as if no matter how old she grows, her sense of play will never be taken. It's her way of navigating this world, and I think it's beautiful. Hence, I've chosen to carry toys with me from now on. Above all, she inspires me. Her heart carries a quiet sincerity. She approaches life with a fairness, listening and weighing without judgment. When I was driving, I had this thought of what it means to feel strongly about a person. What is it that separates a genuine connection from a delusional infatuation? Well, I think part of that is seeing if you act like who you were as a kid around this person. Let me explain. Sure, people change over time in our values, hobbies, music, and etc. I remember my first crush was just over the fact that she liked 80s rock, and I was like, oh my god, I'm never gonna find an 80s girl like you again. Yeah, I said that to her, and I'm cringing. Maybe you like hiking, and she does too. But what happens when she does it in 2 years, and you still do? Or maybe it's traveling. You get my point. Shared interests certainly may help foster some connection, but it will never compare to temperament. Online, temperament is defined as an individual's innate biological-based style of emotional and behavioral response to the world. It's mostly unchanged from the moment you're birthed. You remember when you were 4 and how maybe you were either super talkative, or quieter, sensitive, or insensitive. Maybe you liked being a kid that always did fuck-ass shit, or you were obedient. Yeah, that collection of behaviors is your temperament. It's who you are at your core. Growing up, I was always a more sensitive and super talkative kid, and I was most likely doing more fuck-ass shit. I could talk to strangers on the street and run my potty mouth until I'd get in trouble or something. I just love having a good time, not thinking too much. A good smile and laugh was and is worth more than a lot of things to me. I always thought of strangers as just people that I could talk to. My grandmother remembers this one instance when I was 4. We were in line at a restaurant to be seated, and I just couldn't wait to eat, so I ran up to an elderly couple's table and stared graciously at their food for them to finally surrender one of their pastries. Or there was this other time when I tried being a 4-year-old fish market salesman in Hong Kong, trying to lure people in with my charm. My point is that, ladies, he's funny and sensitive. What more could you want? Jokes aside, these past 2 years, I've experienced a good amount of pain in trying to find myself. A lot of bad shit has happened. I found myself in and out of this cyclical cycle of negativity where I was just confused. One bad thing would happen after another. Every time something bad happened, I become this introverted, emotionally withdrawn person. I even started wearing all black and becoming kind of emo at one point. These phases carried out for months. They were brutal months. But something strange happened every time I healed. I noticed I always returned to this equilibrium of being super extroverted again and again and again. I was always coming back to my talkative, sensitive 4-year-old self. My spark. I realized that's what having a spark means. More importantly, I realized that this is who I am. Hence, I've invented the Playdate theory. I know, it sounds silly, but give it a shot. In life, I think the people we exhibit the most fond connections with in a romantic context are those who complement our core characters the best, those who have similar temperaments, those who complement our inner 4-year-old. In other words, those we would have the best playdates with as kids, or playdates that would never end. When I imagine my ideal playmate when I was 4, it's someone who's gentle to match my sensitivity, extremely playful and childlike, and always laughing, because that's how I was, an easygoing but fragile kid. I hated harshness, and I've always tried to approach things with gentility, and well, this person I met was the epitome of that, my ideal playmate. With this person, my inner child felt so free. There was this unusual sense of peace that came across me. Apparently, it was mutual. You can sit there without much said, and you'll still understand each other. It's honestly quite difficult to put into words. After all, language is a limited construct in being able to describe the human experience. Sometimes, it's just better to internalize the feelings and leave it at that. A distinct feeling I recall was finding myself wanting to protect the way she moves through the world. I still do. I don't want her to be misunderstood, ever. Her character is precious to me. There was this reflex of gentleness that overtook me. My voice softened before I even noticed it, and suddenly my instincts shifted from self-serving to nurturing. It was scary. I had no control over it. I didn't choose it. It chose me. It feels like you're holding on to the most precious thing in the world, because I was. I remember a moment where this feeling I was experiencing sharpening into a quiet vision of protecting her 4-year-old. I never mentioned it, but it felt like I was taking care of a kid. Jokes aside. In came a patience and instinct the same way you look after your child. Or at least, I'd hope you would. Nothing feels like a chore. I just want to take care of her because I do. And I'm happy if she's happy. My bolo. Zero bolo. With love, your playmate, Gordon.